Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jumper here coming at you guys with another daily lineup builder for April 16th, 2018 for FanDuel here. Really quickly, if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and click our link down in the bottom left of the video here and subscribe to the channel if you're liking what we're seeing. If you're getting some wins on your DFS sites, which you should be if you're following the lineups. Yeah, and if you want to subscribe, use the code in the top right, JUMP10, to get $10 off your first subscription. So it'll be only 30% of the normal price for your first month, only $5, and yeah, it's a pretty good deal. So feel free to do that. Also subscribe to the channel, like the video, let me know that you're enjoying it. Do appreciate it. Any constructive criticism is greatly appreciated in the comment section as well. And if you want to come chat with us or about any of the lineups of the day or anything, come down in the description to our Slack chat, where all the experts, all the article writers are in there every day, and we can talk about any lineup questions you might have, or just any questions in general. So yeah, feel free, we're always open to talk, and welcome new guests to be in there. Alright, so let's get started today. For our pitcher, we got a 10-game slate today. 10-game slate. There's a lot of options for pitchers. And I mean a ton of options. So you guys know I try and fade the high names, the high ownership for pitchers at least. So I try to look for a decent pitcher down in this area, in the middle to bottom area. And today I found Blake Snell. Still paying a decent little penny for him, but you know, saving a couple $1,000 up here. Snell's facing the Rangers, who are only projected to have 3.5 runs. The Rangers do have a decent amount of right-handed hitters, but none of them are very threatening. Adrian Beltre is a big one we gotta be careful about. He has the biggest numbers, and plus 8% WOBA today, so we gotta be scared about him. But every righty on their lineup, including Adrian Beltre, also has a minus 11 or 12% park factor, so that they hit pretty poorly in Tampa Bay, which is actually going to kind of wash his plus 8% WOBA against the lefty Snell. So that's not the worst case. So all of them are going to be at a slight disadvantage just in Tampa Bay to begin with. Snell's last outing, he had 55 fantasy points. He pitched 6 innings and he gave up 1 hit, 5 walks, and he had 10 strikeouts in 6 innings, and he got 55 fantasy points. So it's a good outing. Obviously we hope for something relatively close to that again. So that's the case for Blake Snell today. That's who we're going with. So now we go ahead and get some good batters going. The biggest over-under, by the way, today is the Blue Jays Royals game, where the Blue Jays are actually projected to get like 5.3 runs. So they have the biggest projected run total on the slate today by far. But not a lot of good picks for the Blue Jays, so I'm not stacking them. I did take a couple, but Donaldson's out, and a lot of their guys like Solarte and Gurchuk and all of them have pretty bad numbers today, so we're kind of fading away. Hopefully people do stack them, as they are the highest over-under, but their projected run total as well. But we're gonna definitely kind of stay away, take a couple of them, and yeah, we kind of want people to stack them today, to be honest, because they have really bad numbers. But anyway, for first baseman, we're going to take Freddie Freeman here for the Braves. He has a plus 7% WOBA today and plus 21% ISO. So he's got a lot of power coming off the bat today. More than he usually does, which is already a lot. He should be a pretty good pick. He's normally about 5,000. He's only 4,600 today. So hopefully he will get a homer or something today. Like I said, we took a lower pitcher so we can pay up for some of these bigger guys. We're also taking some pretty good value picks today. So for second base, I really struggled at second base today, finding a someone with good numbers. We're going to go ahead and take him Whit Merrifield here for the Royals. Like I said, this should be a high offensive game, supposedly at least. Merrifield's pretty cheap, and he has a plus 12% ISO, so he should be getting us the home run potential at a non-home run position typically. So that's what we look for at second base and shortstop. Third base, I'm really liking this pick today, Matt Carpenter. He has great numbers today. Plus 6% WOBA and plus 22% ISO. So he's got a lot of power today in Chicago. Should be hitting the ball pretty far when he connects. So let's go ahead and move on to shortstop here. You guys probably already know Trevor Story. He's got that home run upside, especially today. Going against Pittsburgh, he has a 12%, plus 12% WOBA and plus 21% ISO, which gives him a .323 ISO, which is huge home run upside, especially since Story is playing away, and Colorado is obviously one of the easiest hitting ballparks in the league. So he's playing at Pittsburgh, so he's only 3,100, where most of the time he could be around 4,500. I feel like we're getting a pretty good price for all this home run upside, especially at the shortstop position. Moving on to the outfield here. Here's where a couple Blue Jays come in with a couple good picks here. We go ahead with Kevin Pillar, 2,700, very cheap. He's one of the very few Blue Jays, like I stated, that have plus positive numbers on the day for WOBA and ISO, which are the two main stats that I look at least. We definitely want to have a couple Blue Jays in the lineup to try and catch a piece of the offensive potential that they have. We don't want to fade them entirely. And so it'll lead us to our next pick. This is actually going to be our pick of the day. We're going to go ahead with Steve Pearce here for the Blue Jays as well. So Pearce is just a guy who just straight up crushes lefties. You shouldn't really take him against any right-handed pitcher, but he absolutely crushes lefties. Today he has a plus 5% WOBA and a plus 23% ISO, which is giving him a .272 ISO, which is huge for 2,700. That is a huge upside. So we're going to go ahead and, take him when you have that much home run potential with this little price. That's big. And also another value play for shortstop is, where is he? Right here, Pat Valleca for Colorado. He's absolute minimum salary, but he has huge home run upside today. But that's probably all he would be doing is swinging for home runs. Valleca has absolutely huge home run upside today for his price. Anyways, I think he's gonna be starting for Arenado today since he's suspended. I'm pretty sure that's why. I know Story's playing for sure. They're both shortstops, but I'm pretty sure Valleca here will be starting for Arenado today. And yeah, like I said, he's a tremendous power hitter for only 2,000. That's a pretty good price if you need to absolutely save a ton of money at a position. Obviously he's a high risk player, but yeah, I would go ahead and take him. And if we didn't already have a solid play of the day, this would be our next one. Hunter Renfroe. I have been taking him in quite a bit of lineups here lately. A couple of them he didn't end up starting, so we had to take him out. So we haven't really got a great look at him yet. But we're going to go ahead and take him today. And the numbers, you can almost not take him. He has the best WOBA on the slate and the second best ISO on the slate. So that means he's hitting it farther than, or he's hitting it harder than all the big names on the slate, the Freeman, Harper, all these guys. He's hitting it harder than them, farther than them, and he has a better WOBA than all of them. So yeah, like I said, for this price, when you have the best numbers on the slate, you're going to be the most highly priced, and he's half the price of some of the good guys, and he's like I said, the best numbers on the slate in 2 huge categories, so we're going to go ahead and take him without a doubt. I can't really see you fading him. He might be pretty high owned, but at the same time, I mean, look at this lineup. We're not stacking anything. We have a lot of what I would say random players. There's a lot of guys with shitty numbers today that are probably going to be pretty high owned. So we're going to go ahead and stick with all these guys. I mean, it just seems like we're pulling them out of nowhere, but I mean, this is all research based and there's no real pattern. I feel like our lineup is going to be a unique lineup today. I don't think anyone will have the same kind of diversity that we have in this manner, at least. So even if you have 1, 2, or 3, high owned guys with all this diversity within the lineup, I don't think that's gonna kill you by any means. So for utility, we got 4,800 left, and like I said, a lot of bad numbers out there today. Bryant has horrible numbers, Altuve horrible, Correa horrible. So we're gonna go ahead with Hoskins here. So we got the money to pay up. Albies is pretty bad today. So yeah, we're taking Rhys Hoskins here. His numbers aren't like plus at all, but they're also not minus. So he's right around just like his average today, which is he has still great numbers for being average for him. So we're gonna go ahead and take him, throw him in the lineup to finish it up. Like I said, we got 200 left. Very unique lineup today. I'll definitely be throwing this in some GPPs. Not huge on the cash play today, but if you feel like it, go ahead. If you're confident in the lineup, I try to give you guys some research to back up all the picks. And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe to our website for $5 a month, use the code in the top right, jump10 on fanwarriornation.com. Follow our Twitter in the description, and like I said, you want to come chat about any of these picks, come into our Slack chat in the description. Be more than happy to talk about them. Otherwise, good luck to everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.